I'm sorry to laugh as your country is humiliated by its lunatic leader. But like, what is this? Do you have any idea?
Well, good to see you, Tucker. Look, let's put things in context. About 1 million Canadians identify as being part of that community, which is about 2% of people. So that's a sizable minority. Now, 0.24% identify as trans or non-binary. And in 2019, there were something like 264 hate crimes. Now, of course, one hate crime is too many, but to contextualize it, it's not as though we have a genocide of marginalized people taking place in Canada. And so if Justin Trudeau wanted to create a more tolerant and a more safe society, he can do one of three things. He can strengthen the ethos of absolute free speech in Canada so that people can speak openly about hot button issues without fearing for their careers, let alone their lives. He could allow people the God-given right to protect themselves. He recently said that Canadians do not have a right to self-defense. Well, I thought as an evolutionist, there are two mechanisms that drive evolution, survival and mating. Well, apparently, our luminary leader doesn't think that survival constitutes a fundamental right that people should hold. And the third thing, speaking of that particular marginalized community, if he cares about protecting the LGBTQ community, then maybe he needs to revisit his immigration policy, because he's letting in millions of people who don't share his love and tolerance for that particular community. So maybe he needs to be a bit more consistent.
Before we concede that that community is, quote, marginalized, has anyone done an income check? Because it's my impression, one, that anybody can be a part of that community just by saying so, and I'm considering it now that money's flowing. And two, that members of that community are among the richest people in Canada.
Well, certainly when I teach my consumer behavior course, I specifically make the point that typically gay individuals have higher incomes and are better educated than their counterparts. And so certainly from that perspective, you're exactly right, Tucker.
Yeah, I can't speak to the two-spirits because I don't think anybody knows what a two-spirit is, but, you know, they're always welcome, of course, on our show.